Hello guys and welcome back to Hey Manager with me Alex, and today it's episode 30. It's probably, maybe the last episode of the Birmingham City save, and let's see where we're going to finish off. We've got the season review. This end of season review 2025-26. I thought what I'd do is round it up. I think we're on season 3 here. I'll see what the reception is like to this end of season review, to the last few episodes. I think I did my Guardiola one the other day. That went really well, playing against Manchester City, that went well. You'll be surprised with how well we do towards the end of the season, but I want to see how we fare all together. So, let's go through our new arrivals for the season. So, James McAtee came in, 23 years of age, the attacking midfielder who plays on the right-hand side for us as a winger. He's been fantastic for us, to be honest, actually. 15 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, an average rating of 7.03. Came from Manchester City, 20 million he cost us. He was loaned out to Sheffield United at one point, but we brought him in. The board are delighted with the deal for James McAtee. This is mainly due to the club paying so little for the player, because now, look how much he's worth. He's worth around £50 million. So, 20 million, straight up there to 50, especially with him being English. There's a bit of room to improve. We're making good margins on these players. Next one is Jeremy Sarmiento. Not too great himself. 13 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. Got 6.97, nearly the 7 that we're looking for. Paid a little bit more for him, 23.5 million, but Jeremy Sarmiento got a bit of a reputation for himself. He's a pretty good player. Came in at about half the wage. He's come in on pretty much half the wage. The board are very delighted with him, and they're pleased to see there aren't many future fees that could end up being too expensive for him. So that's pretty good for us as well. Diego Pinto, so he just came in, played one game for us, just covered the injured Cavlina. Cavlina, though, they're absolutely delighted with him. They're mainly down to the player's high ability level relative to the squad. He is probably the standout player for us. He's been absolutely fantastic this year. If you look at him here, 43 games for us he's played this year. If we just look at his stats very quickly, 47 conceded, 6 clean sheets, 2 player of the match. He's a 6.88, I think that is. I need to look underneath my ring light, but I think he had a fantastic year for us. Other than that, Rodrigo Ribeiro, wage contribution is acceptable for the loan fee, but the loan fee is far too high for this player. I'm not too bothered about that because I wanted to bring someone in who's relatively good. I think he was decent for us. I think he was, he's got room to improve. He just didn't do too great. He had 1 game, 1 goal, 9 off the bench, is what it is. Next up, João Gomez. The board are very happy with it. B+. He's been fantastic for us. 3 goals, 3 assists, 6.84. He played defensive midfielder for us the whole year. He was basically the D1, really. Donny van der Beek, incredibly happy with how much we got Donny van der Beek in for. We got him for 8.5k per week, which is an absolute steal. If we had him on for another year, I'd be very happy with having him in for that much money. 23 million, we've got him on the transfer list for now, so we'll see how that goes. The next one, Amari Hutchinson. Honestly, absolutely delighted. The board is delighted with the deal as well, and this is mainly due to both the transfer fee and the player's wage representing great value for money, because if you look at how much he's actually on 26.5 grand, and we got him in on a free, which is brilliant news. And then also the 35 million fee in his contract. I think if you look at his contract here, 35 million, it expires for the clubs in the UEFA Champions League. So if anyone wants to buy him, it's 35.5 million. Next up, Thomas Araujo, absolutely brilliant player to bring in. I was very happy that we could continue with him. He looks like he's developed really, really well. The 24-year-old now, 27.5k per week, a great ball-playing defender. Honestly, just sets us up brilliantly. Next up is Nipan. They're happy with the deal, although, he represents high value. He's around 65 to 70 million, only because he's 19, but he's not really impressed for me so far. I might send him out on loan next year because or I could stick him on the bench for now and just have him come in every so often, but he just isn't really performing too great at the moment. Cameron Archer, the club are delighted with him, mainly due to his high ability level in the squad. Now, he had a pretty good end of the year, but 41 games, 11 goals, 5 assists. I'm really not feeling it. 10 goals in the league in the end. I just think we could get better. I don't know why, but I saw acceleration. You look at him as a poacher, right? You think, oh my life, 16 finishing, 16 composure, 16 off the ball, 14 decisions, good anticipation, quick off the mark. He's wanted by Crystal Palace. If they could offer me somewhere in the region, Ruxton's making an offer whilst the asking price is so high. Well, we'll wait until the transfer window opens, but we'll see if we can make a tidy profit on him. 40 million would be brilliant for him. Chris Smalling, we got him in on a free, so that was good value for money. Elvis, they're pretty content with the deal. Dennis Sirkin, very happy with it. Dennis Sirkin, not doing too well for us last year. He's worth about 27 million. He seems to be a very average player. 6.7, he's pretty much bang on average. So we'll have to see about that. Silla again, another player that's unbelievably highly rated. I don't really understand where this £42 million fee comes from. But to get him in on a free, I mean, I'm very happy with him. We're going to see how we can try and move him on in the summer. Then Luke Thomas, 1.3 million from Leicester. That was brilliant for us. Pretty good, meets the registration rules. That's all you want. And then Matteo Joseph just sort of did a game, came off the bench a load of time, 6.55. Nothing special. The results themselves, so we managed to get 10 goals from Cameron Archer. We had a very mixed bag of results in the season. So you see here, like we had started off the season unbeaten up until the Chelsea game, which was a miracle in itself. Then lost 1-0 to Everton, lost 1-0 to Forest. Then just a ton of draws. So you drew against Arsenal, drew against City, drew against Newcastle. We beat Brentford, then 2 heavy defeats to Tottenham and Manchester United. Then we sort of picked it back up again. I think we've been pretty defensively sound, if you ask me. I know like Manchester United absolutely did us over. So did Tottenham twice. But same with Liverpool to an extent. But everyone else don't really score many goals against us. So I think we've done very well. 45 points on there. The board are pleased to that the team achieved a mid-table position with the Premier League season. That's brilliant for us, mid-table. However, the one stage looked like qualifying for the Champions League, so we shouldn't get too carried away. So if you look at this, Man United in the UEFA Conference League, you got Newcastle in the Champions League, it looks like, Everton in the and City in the Europa League, and lots more teams in the Champions League, because just like how the standings fall and how many teams can get into the European competitions now. 8 teams got into there. So at one point, as they say, we were looking at maybe getting the 7th spot or the 6th spot, but no, we just fell shy of that by 12 points, which is the bigger gap than actually what we finished above Ipswich from the relegation zone, which is good for us. The biggest win was a 4-1 against Leicester. The match to remember was Topovic scoring in the 94th minute to get an equaliser against Newcastle. And then goal of the season goes to Jordan James. He's so good. He's the man, the myth, the legend. He's so good. Born and bred in Birmingham. What a guy. What a guy. The Welshman just come through the academy, and he's just been outstanding for us. In terms of annual revenue, we have shot up sponsorship-wise. Broadcast revenue, last season was 3.11 million, this year 94. Corporate and hospitality 1.66, going up a little bit. Competition prize money 17.85 last year was 475k. And then match day commercial and retail, a little bit less than last year, which is interesting. In terms of merchandise sales, we got 1.34 million, and then James obviously getting quite a lot of the shirts sold. McAtee, Topovic, Archer, and Nipan. Nipan is a bit of an interesting one. Don't really see why. We've had no new sponsorship deals. This is how we started most of our games. The 4-3-2 on narrow was how we utilised most of the games. Got Cavallina in net, then Sirkin on the left, Worrell and Araujo in the middle, with Laird on the right. Elvis Rekbakaj, I think that's how you pronounce it. Elvis, though, getting in there. I don't know how. I thought I might have someone else in there. Who else plays in the midfield that has been playing of late for us? I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Well, that's it. No McAtee or no Sarmiento, which is interesting. Park Sung-ho got in there, 6.61. It must be because we played this formation so much, they've just filled it with who's in there. So Park Sung-ho in there, Topovic in there, and Archer as well. Other than that, player awards, you got Topovic with highest average rating. Young player of the season was Topovic. Oh, fans player of the season, sorry, was Topovic. Young player of the season was Topovic. Signer in the season was James McAtee. Jordan James with the goal of the season. Top goal scorer is Luka Topovic with 14. That says something about Cameron Archer, by the way. James McAtee coming in getting the most assists. That's brilliant news for us. Most player of the match awards, Luka Topovic. Highest average rating, Luka Topovic. Most passes completed per 90 was actually Joe Worrell, interestingly enough. Worst discipline fell to Ethan Laird. That's a record breaker, 15 yellow cards this year. Highest transfer fee paid was João Gomes for 20.5. And then oldest goal scorer is Chris Smalling at 35 years of age. After such a bad start, Birmingham came along much better than anybody else expected. Struggle so badly at the start of the season, yet finished so well, speaks volumes about this Birmingham squad, which it does. We made such big strides, and then you can see here we go, living the dream. We go to the Birmingham manager. This is the timeline of how we've gone through. We managed to get a Millwall dramatic 96th minute goal to seal the winner back in September 2023. Done deal. We signed Jallo. Oh God, remember him. Jesse March took over in July 2024. Lukas Szuczkowicz called it a day in his 18-year career. We then had some high rollers. We've got Topovic in, Joe Worrell. We managed to beat Leeds 4-1. A big upset beating Burnley whilst we're in the Championship. We got a Sky Bet Championship Manager of the Year award. We beat Newcastle in the FA Cup, which is unbelievable. Luka Topovic getting named in the Next Gen Awards. Then got my 100th match. We got promoted, which was fantastic. Then we saw Luka Topovic transfer from Donzalo was signing of the season. Birmingham begin to attract national attention. We were raking it in a record 29.5 million on transfers. João Gomez comes in, again raking it in 47.5 million on total transfer fees. We actually spent 66 million altogether as my time as Birmingham manager, and then again splashing the cash, 88 million altogether, but 108 million transfer spending mark as Birmingham manager. So we spent 108 million over the last 3 years, but we've actually made quite a bit more on that, and that is where we're going to leave it. Elsewhere, you see Real Madrid winning the title, Centurions with 100 points. Chelsea won the title in England. AC Milan just pipping Inter Milan to the league there. If we look at the league table for Bundesliga, if instead of the playoffs, we see Bayern Munich winning and Bayer Leverkusen just behind them, just behind them. Harry Kane obviously doing his thing still there. In the Ligue 1, who actually won that one? It was PSG yet again by a country mile. Wow. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. We're going to have a look at the tactics for the next season. But I'll see how the reception is for this episode. I'll see how you guys are enjoying this series. If you are enjoying it, let me know. Let me know down in the comments, because at the moment, I just want to know where we stand. I want to know where we stand, how we're doing, and if you want to see more of this, because at the moment, you know, we're coming up to the next sort of wave. FM25 is coming through. Do I just carry on this for another 2 seasons, perhaps, trying to get European football? Do you want me to try and just carry on until the end of time, until this FM25 comes out? Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, let me know what you want me to do, and I'll see where we go from here. But thank you guys for watching. It's been an absolutely brilliant series. I've really enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. 233 sub-managers. That's how many we've got. 233 sub-managers. Thank you very much for all the subscribers. It's been fantastic. The support on this series has been phenomenal. And yeah, I just can't thank you enough. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, as ever, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex. Have a great day. Ciao.